Welcome everyone to the F.A.T podcast, a very special F.A.T podcast. We have our first I can't pronounce our first guest, and today it is Micic squared. How you doing, Tasha?
I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah, cool. It's so weird, like because there's a camera there, I have to not look at myself.
I mean, I do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, if you watch the podcast back, you're constantly just talking to yourself in the camera. I reckon you do it for later when you're washing it.
That's how he prepares. He talks to himself.
You
in the
think
mirror.
I watch the podcast?
I know you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, lies.
Sometimes.
I can confirm. He does not watch the podcast.
I listened to it the first time when I'm saying what I'm saying.
You mean you
I
are
cannot
there?
believe you do not watch your own podcast. What does that say?
It says that I'm so present during the podcast, I don't need to.
It's his own content that he creates, and he doesn't watch it.
I watch it all the way through. Mainly, I have to watch it twice because I got to watch it whilst I'm editing it as well. That's a disgrace. You start pouring me a drink.
I thought I should have done this before because now this is going to pick up on the...
It's okay. It's okay. So...
Nice glass of Diet Cola.
Yeah.
Non-trademarked
as well.
Yeah.
That's good because I've had 3 coffees today.
You've had 3 coffees.
It never changes, like the taste, no matter what they do to it. Just always tastes the same, which is a good thing.
Yeah. I agree. I'm inclined to agree.
So, I'm gonna skip you today. I usually go, how you been, Zack? But because you don't watch the podcast, I really don't care how you've been.
I watch the podcast.
How are you, Tash?
I'm very good, thank you.
Yeah?
I'm only down for the weekend, so I'm trying to, like, meet all of my family members, as many as I can. And I met my nephew today for the first time.
Oh, wow.
3-week-old nephew.
Wow.
So I'm doing very good. I'm on a...
3 weeks? Is that how long it's been already?
Yeah,
wow.
buddy.
I'm on a baby high. Don't tell my partner.
I think you might know now. But
it's dangerous.
Should I ask how you are?
I'm never okay.
You've hurt me.
Why? I haven't hurt you.
You've hurt the
She's
the
lying.
podcast.
She's lying. I watched the podcast. Come on now.
I'm stirring shit already.
I know, it's terrible. How you been, Zack?
I've been okay. It's been an okay week. How's your week been?
Nah, it's been good.
Nah!
It's been good. It's been a good week.
Yeah.
Been hectic. Work.
What was this work hecticness that you speak
It's
of?
just hectic.
What does that mean?
Like, usually I'm in work and I've got time to think.
Yeah.
But I like, the work day hasn't been any longer than it usually has, but just been packed with work.
Like work should be.
Yeah, some could say that, yeah. But I haven't had, like, a quiet moment to myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so...
You have an hour break for lunch?
Yeah. And a good day.
So is it like you don't have a quiet minute because people are always asking you for stuff, or you've always got meetings?
Completely opposite, because for work this week I've been having to do stuff at all our various different places. So I've been going from place to place to place to place.
Just a lot of driving.
Yeah, and trying to fit all the stuff in.
Yeah.
I've got to do it like over my lunch break, so I haven't really had a lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's just been quite hectic, and usually when I'm at work, I'm thinking I have time to think about the video I'm going to make at the end of the day when I get home, but I just haven't. So
yeah. And
even though I say to you, I don't prepare, I kind of mentally prepare for what I'm going to say in the video.
Right.
I don't like write any scripts or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because once again, this week you missed your Way Day video.
I did one day late.
Me and Tasha were talking. We were really disappointed.
Yeah, we did. I was.
I'm so sorry.
I haven't watched your history of videos, but I've watched, like, since you started doing the podcast, I've been watching, like, every week. So on the Wednesdays when it doesn't come out, I'm like, has he lost weight?
I feel even worse.
Exactly. See, like, I set no expectations, and they're met.
It's also, and it's also just a short thing. We won't be starting the league this week. And that's because in preparation for getting my new gear, I sold all my old gear, and it was it's been terrible. Like today, I didn't realise how much I draw until I can't draw.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just sat there and I was like, oh, I got an hour to kill, I'll just draw something.
Oh,
Look at
that's
you
so
with the
sad.
ability to draw. Ah.
Like, it's just crap. Like, they never see the light of day.
But you
it's
sold
just,
like your
yeah, I just,
graphics
like,
tab to
yeah, I've sold because I used to exclusively draw on iPad Pro. Because I give up drawing on pen and paper.
Fucking name drop. Fucking iPad Pro.
Like 2 years ago. So I haven't drew on paper in like 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't even have any like pads or pencils like around
Got
the
some
house.
shit over there for you.
But yeah, it's tough.
It's interesting. So we talk a lot about self-improvement on the podcast, right?
Yeah.
And in Tim Ferriss's book, Tribe of Mentors, right, he collates a bunch of information.
Yeah, I totally read that.
You'll read one of the books I recommend to you one day, I'm sure.
I'll read one of the books when you watch the podcast. How's that?
Oh! you should like read at least half a book then.
I've read half a book.
Really?
Yeah. I've read
in your life.
Yeah. I've read a few books in my life. I guess the last book I read was probably that Steelheart first book.
Oh mate, I didn't even finish that one.
No.
It was
I
good
haven't
though.
finished it. You said half a book, so it still qualifies.
Oh, that's true.
I've read
Very
half
true.
a book.
But do you find drawing to be like meditation for you? Like, do you find it like de-stresses you to draw?
It's a tough one because I don't feel a lot of stress in my life anyway.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Just chill.
Yeah.
Chill to the bone.
I don't know. It passes time, but in a good way. In
Right.
a good way. So like, it's almost like a surprise. So like, I'll be drawing a character or something.
Yeah.
I go, oh, I'm done. And like when I started drawing, it was light outside. And
Oh,
it's just,
shit.
The time just
It's
disappears.
like it's not a requirement in your day.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that it's something you need to practice anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like
And I
reading a good book.
Yeah. And I've had
Half a book.
because I had to, in preparation for getting my new gear, I had to I converted everything I draw in the gallery of that iPad over 2 years, converted it all into PNGs and put them all over onto my PC.
Yeah.
And it was like something like 2,000, 3,000 pictures, something like that. And I went through them today, just going like next, on my PC.
Shit.
And it's really interesting to see how much better you get over time.
Yeah.
And you don't even realise.
Yeah.
Like the first drawings I'm just like...
I bet that was an amazing
Yeah,
experience for you.
I'm looking at the first few drawings I drew and I'm like, fucking hell, what 10-year-old drew this? And I'm just like, this is terrible. And I used to think I was good then. I was like, yeah, I'm really good. But like, now I'm just like...
Is it humbling? Do you think that right now you'd be like, wow, I could be so much further in like...
For me, it proves that anyone can draw.
Oh, you fucking say that.
Anyone can draw. Given enough time, anyone can draw.
Anyone can do anything given enough time.
But you've been drawing since you like were 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been drawing a lot longer than that.
Shit me.
3?
Wow.
My dad...
Well, technically crayons don't really...
Yeah, because my dad he used to work on the engines in Airbus.
Yeah.
Before it was Airbus, and he designed them and all that stuff, so he always drew. But that kind of drawing never interests me, like real
Technical
life kind
yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think that's where I at least get the talent for.
Yeah.
Did
being
he
able to use a
encourage
pencil.
you? Did he encourage you to draw then?
My dad encourages anything I want
Really?
to do. Yeah, he's just that kind of geezer.
Yeah.
He's like the
You've
opposite.
met my dad.
Huh?
You've met my dad.
I
He's
have.
Good.
He's a
good
good guy.
dude, isn't he?
Yeah.
We should
Very
get him on
creative
the
guy as well,
podcast
yeah.
one day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's
I don't
good
think I'll
that
be thinking about drawing.
it's good that when you were younger, he was drawing and you probably saw him drawing and you
Yeah.
were like, wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's what I want to do. Like from an early age, you're basically like a prodigy story, aren't you? Like you know when
Wow.
kids not to inflate your ego,
Yeah.
but you know when kids like are prodigy violinists or anything
Yeah.
because they've started from the age of 5 and their parents have just gone, every day 10 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
Ling ling 40 hours.
Yeah. My mum just encouraged it because it kept me quiet.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it's like stop.
Jay, why aren't you just
Here's
drawing?
Here's a pad. Here's a pencil, and
Yeah.
I just not a problem child then because I just sat there just like drawing, and like that's like because one of the things like when the amount of times I've tried to create a world for Nuke to be in,
Yeah.
I've done it so many times,
Yeah.
but it's gone on so long because I tell people I first drew my very first picture of Nuke, the character, when I was 11. And I still hadn't done anything with him yet. And I've drew him in so many different ways. Even got Zack involved in a little bit of it.
For those who don't know, Nuke is a superhero that
Yes.
Jay invented.
And this is your comic book has
Yeah.
Because you don't talk about that on the, you don't talk about on the podcast. It's for me, the podcast is just you guys talking about your fitness goals kind of thing, and I'm like, oh shit, you've got this whole job and life. Well, I know he's got a job, but like,
we'll see.
Ish.
We'll see.
Not sure if you can talk about your job on the podcast.
Can we talk about it?
Well, wait, did you do the thing that you said you were going to do today?
I did not do the thing I said I was going to do today.
I didn't think you would.
I haven't had the courage to do it.
Maybe you can guess from context.
I think that's a big problem for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confidence. Bottling.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're nervous about what will happen as a consequence.
Oh, at this point, we're getting too far into the... I might as well just say
Should we keep this for after said thing happens?
Yeah, we'll keep it after for said...
We'll talk about...
In case...
But... Because we do have Tasha on, he's been telling me he's been super stoked because he loves interviewing people. So I think I should let him do that. He wants to interview.
Well, we're both going to interview, aren't we?
Yeah, both. Ask me anything.
You're the interviewer kind of geezer. I'm
interviewing.
I'm colour commentary.
It's difficult for me because I have a personal connection.
That's true. That is true. He already knows the story.
I might not have questions that you would have from outside
in the best ways, can't you? Because you know the stories.
But you've also seen my Instagram, so you kind of know what I'm into.
I haven't, so there you go.
Because I got the notification on Instagram that you followed the podcast, right? I was like, because it's not your name on there, obviously. So I was like, who's this? So I followed it, and I was like, it's someone doing yoga, cool. So I looked, and I was like, that's Tasha. I was like, and I sent you a screenshot. I went, man, your sister is ridiculously flexible. You're doing something. You're stood completely straight, and then you just like.
Drop back.
Yeah, drop back. I was like, I would die.
Should we overlay some videos of Tasha's yoga on the podcast?
I will. I'll play them somewhere in the corner. Somewhere over here. Yeah.
In post.
Yeah, in post. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's very impressive because. Okay, let me just have some background in just my life. Me and Tasha are obviously brother and sister, in case you don't know.
Yeah. Midget squared. There's loads of them. They're like
It's funny because I knew Tasha, obviously,
almost
for 5 years.
Since I was my entire life. Tasha was afraid to do a handstand a few years ago.
I have the video, like, because Zoki was doing handstands against the wall, and I was like, I'm too scared, I can't do it. And then he was just like, just kick up. And I have the exact moment that I first ever did a handstand against the wall.
Whoa.
And that's of Zoki recording it. I remember
Zoki.
it was... Sorry.
Zack is what you should
everyone from now on. Jay and Zoki present.
Jay and Zoki, yeah.
Never am afraid. But anyway, so that's...
Or Zoran, if you want to go with his birth name. Sorry,
yes.
I just threw that out there.
Or there's one other one. There's a couple of other ones, right?
Dickhead.
Just that. Yeah. My birth name. Christian name. But yeah, so that's just insane now. If you like see the videos that she posts, like the acro yoga stuff with your fiance Perida, right?
Yeah.
Is insane. You're just like flipping people around with your legs. I'm like, what?
Do you like that stuff?
It is crazy.
It's impressive.
It's so much fun though.
Yeah.
And this one of the questions
it looks painful if you mess it
up.
Oh
no. Well.
It
It depends. Well, we're actually trying to go to groups. Well, this group of people in Skipton that do acro yoga.
Yeah.
And they have it's like a 1.5 hour session. And you get spotters, so if you do fall, you fall into someone's arms, basically,
right,
so it's not as tricky. But if you're doing it just the two of you, then you have to be really patient, really, really slow. And if you don't get a move, sometimes it can be frustrating because you're just grinding in on the same thing over and over again, and then you're like, no, we need to switch up, because it's a weird mental as well as a physical activity, which isn't... No, yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
But it's crazy because, like, what? Okay, so you started. When was that video dated? What, the one where you did a handstand? There must be a time date on the file.
I don't know. I looked at it a while ago, but it was probably not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. So 2 years.
So two years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
So if you go from someone that can't even do a handstand or is too afraid to do a handstand properly, that first handstand was shit. I remember. That was awful. I wasn't good. I'm still not good. It's been 2 years. I can do a handstand, kicking off the floor, hitting my ass against the wall.
Was this when you were doing your weird handstand thing? And I was like, why'd you watch that way, right?
So, yeah.
Well, the thing is, he got really good.
Is this the backstory to that?
I got okay.
Is this the origin story?
We can get the origin story to that.
Jack?
Well, no,
Zack.
People ask why I wear my watch like this instead of normally. Yeah. And when I used to do handstands like every day, this would obviously dig into the back of my hand.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know. That's a great nickname. Handstand.
New channel name?
Yeah, because we used to be in a pub. And it was when I first met him, so everything was new and interesting.
And wonderful.
Boring.
Yeah.
And then we fell in love.
Yeah. and you came in and put his drink down, probably a water, no, Zack.
Probably was, yeah.
And he was like, I was just like, why have you got your watch that way around? And he wouldn't tell me for weeks.
Mate,
he wouldn't tell me.
Because I knew you'd be a cunt about it. And then you were...
That's a classic docu move.
God, see bombs already.
A dick. You said my birthday was dickhead. Come on now.
And then he told me, he's like, oh, I do handstands. And me at the time, this was miles before trying to get fit and have any interest in fitness or whatever. I was like, why would anyone just do handstands? Just don't get it. I don't get it.
Think about it, really.
I just couldn't understand it. And I was like, why do you do handstands? He's like, and you know what he does? He just goes, this thing.
Don't know.
And I'm just like, I need more than that. Give me an explanation.
Yeah,
I'm
don't.
glad I got at least a little bit of backstory.
There's a slight backstory there, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I got to a point where I could probably kick off the floor and be balanced for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, and you were doing it in the middle of the room, or like if we went out for a walk, you were doing it in the middle of a field.
Yeah,
and that to me at the time was like, that is so scary. I could not imagine a world where I would do that thing.
And now you're at the point where I can't even imagine how I'd start doing the thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
Like one of the moves you have, you probably get it up because it's on the Instagram, but it's literally Parrot is on the floor, right? And his legs are in the air, and he's literally spinning you around his feet. Yeah, I've seen that one,
yeah, spinning you around, like you're facing one way, and then you're like, like swivel on the spot. It's crazy.
I was like, so how did you start the journey from like, because you were at the point of, I'm scared to do a handstand, to only just be able to do a handstand occasionally for like, how long now? Like, it was like, for as long as I can remember, you couldn't really do that much.
Yeah.
So how long was that gap before you started really getting into it?
I don't know. It's a difficult one because I guess it went from me starting to do yoga.
Yeah.
Right? When I was in my final year of my undergrad.
Yeah.
And I did this YouTube thing, which is 30 Days of Yoga with Adrian. Yeah. And I did it. Do you remember this? Yeah, I did this for 30 days. I did all of the classes, and then I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I started getting more flexible. And that was the instant, you talk about the results, getting the results. Flexibility for me was a result. And I was like, I can get into this.
Yeah.
I'm flexible. I'm seeing the improvements in my flexibility and strength. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is cool. But that wasn't motivating me to lose weight because I was big back then. I was like 8 kilograms.
Right.
8 kg. So I was where...
They need British metrics.
I don't know what that is in pounds.
Per kilo. How many pounds per stone?
140... about 150 pounds.
150 pounds.
Yeah.
But how tall are you?
I'm short. I'm 5... You can ask it. 5'4". 5'4".
150 pounds or 5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah, 80 kg for 5'4". That's relatively big.
That's how big I am.
That's overweight, probably.
No, that's more. 80 kg is more than 150 pounds. That is 160.
160?
No, more than that. 180.
Someone Google.
Here we go. Keep talking.
Vamping.
But yeah, so I was 80 kilograms, 5'4". And I remember you said this to me as something you did. You took a photo or a video of yourself from side on, and you were like, holy shit, what have I done to my body? I look like a fucking whale.
It is 12 stone 6 pound.
12
How many pounds is that in total?
So,
just get me on the metrics, man. I'm science, man.
That is 176 pounds.
Yeah, 108, almost 180 pounds. Yeah. For 5'4", that's big.
That is pretty big, right?
5'4", yeah.
We have. Do you want to get up a picture of my? There's two.
I mean, we'll overlay it on the actual thing.
Yeah, I'll overlay it in the video.
Yeah. But you haven't. You haven't seen this.
No.
And this was like at the beginning when I first met my partner.
Right.
Right. I'm not. I'm the one on the right.
Don't worry. On the video, I'll blur her.
Yes, remember which.
There's another picture. You took a picture of me sat at the dining room table. Oh, that's the horrible one. Yeah. It's really blurry, but I feel like I look horrible in it. And I watched one of your videos, and you were like, "Oh, the memories, Facebook memories, when they pop up from years ago," and you're like, "This is a picture."
Yeah.
Seeing that now, I'm like, I've achieved something with myself.
Yeah. It's massive. It's a massive.
But also look at the video. You know the video that I sent of me. That is a horrible picture as well.
This one.
And you said, and I remember you took that picture, you showed it to me. I was like, I look awful. And you said something like, well, you can always do something about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I?
Maybe not like that.
I was a dickhead.
What a horrible thing to say.
But maybe not that hard.
No, I think
but slightly
maybe
insinuating it.
You might have been like, because that's back when I was actually extras. I was like doing press. I was doing 100 press ups a day, 100 sit ups a day. And I did that every day for like a year, right? I'd lost like loads of weight doing that. Obviously, it's a stupid way to gain muscle because there's no progressive overload, right? But what's the face? See this face? This is
wait, Jay, you gotta wait and see. I got pictures of him on that I sent him from when he's like much smaller than he is now, and he was doing shit to lose weight then even. So
yeah, it's true. But anyway, I think what you said here was so you remember it's a green hoodie picture. But what you said I think was I look terrible in this photo. I was like, no, you don't. But then you're like, yeah, I do. I'm just like. I think you said something like, I need to lose weight. I was like, you always could.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Probably something like that.
Yeah. Like it's not harsh, but it's, you could do something
if
you
that's
wanted
what
to.
you wanted.
Yeah, I say that to myself and to my missus as well. Like,
yeah.
I can't wear that because like I'm too big or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you could change it.
Yeah.
Sounds a really horrible thing to say when you put it like that, but it's true.
Empowering. It's a good
true.
thing. It's like if you ever want to change, I'm not saying you have to, but if you ever wanted to, you can.
It's like Tasha said, and the same with me. Like the massive thing is results, right? And I think that's why, like people that are morbidly obese, like real big, they need to. It takes ages to see any kind of result.
Yeah,
and it must be so demoralising.
Yeah,
like because they're trying to. Like work out, and when you're that big, even the simplest of exercises is painful.
Yeah,
and then imagine like you won't see results for a couple of months. You must be like
in pain.
What's the point?
Here's the thing: not only would you not see results, you could see results, right? But let's say you're 150 pounds overweight. You lose 50 pounds, still 100 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
You look in the mirror, you still see a massive person, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the point. People think of that as I've lost 50 kg, I'm still overweight, this isn't working. But you've lost 50 kg or 50 pounds, whatever.
Yeah.
You have to see it as a process, not I'm at this point now, I've done my thing. You haven't. You're not done yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's constant, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, once you reach your goal, it's not like you are perfect. Then it's like, okay, well, what other aspects of my life do I need to improve on? And
it's funny you say about goals because if everything goes well, this next weigh day, so Wednesday, everything goes well, I will officially be halfway.
No way.
Yeah, because I was 49.6% of the way through.
That's insane.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well done.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And I was just
let's congratulate next week, right? Let's slow the roll.
I was just like, shit. But fucking hell, no, my luck now. I'll put on some weight this week.
You'll be fine.
But I think that's got to be the struggle for people that are really big. That'll probably be my message for them. It's just keep going, man. Because eventually you'll see it, and I think you feel it before you see it.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Well, I think you feel it in like little things, like you with the dropping an X of a shirt.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, You put on a shirt, and you're like, this is a lot baggier than it usually.
Like for me, people didn't start saying anything to me until like 25% through my goal. Right. So I'd already lost. I don't know, over 10, 11 pounds by then.
Wow.
You know, and
Yeah.
that was the point when people start going, have you lost weight? And they're not sure.
Yeah.
Like, have you lost weight? Like now they're just like, Jay, fucking hell. You've lost weight. But like before, they're like, have you lost weight? Or is it just
I don't think
t-shirt or what?
before today. I don't think I'd ever.
We've lost mine.
Fuck. It's fine.
Right. Anyway.
We'll see you in part 2. Welcome back to the F.A.T podcast.
Part 2.
Part 2. What were we going to say?
I was gonna say I've only met Jay once before today, and that was at his house. Or was it your parents' house?
It was at my parents' house
Yeah.
at the time, yeah.
Jay's parents' house, and I've never seen him stood up before because the entire time I was there, like over an hour, he was just sat in a chair.
And strangely enough, I'm taller now than
When you were there,
You really are.
Yeah, because like my posture's a little bit better.
It still blows my mind that you've gained like 4 inches in height.
Yeah.
I haven't gained 4 inches.
It looks like you've gained 4 inches in height. You have to duck to get into fucking
I
rooms,
wouldn't
mate.
say that much. Probably like half an inch, maybe.
No! At least an inch. At least an inch in height.
But I don't know, you just tower over me anyway. So, so when you came through the door, I was like, is this... I've only seen his torso before.
Yeah, no, but that's how I used to be. Like, the first thing is I think about whenever I go anywhere is, where do I sit? Mm-hmm. Where are we sitting? You know?
And now you're like, where can I walk?
Yeah, where can I walk to? Where can I go?
Where can I hatch eggs on Pokemon Go?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you should tell... You should tell
Oh, okay.
Jay about it.
So, this is just a stupid anecdote, really. I went on a walk with my brother the other day, right?
Yeah.
Just to talk, right? And he was like, why do you want to walk? It's such a weird activity to do. And he was like, oh, you know, I'm just hatching an egg. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, just hatching I showed him a Pokemon. He's like, oh, I thought you meant like you were trying to take a shit. Like, you're constipated.
So did he have no idea that you played Pokemon Go?
I don't think he knew that was a concept in Pokemon Go, like hatching an egg.
Right, okay.
No, yeah.
But I didn't either because I don't play it. So.
I mean,
That's a good...
It's been a massive help to me, weirdly. You know, like, just because it was the reason I found. Because I was like, I need more of an objective than walking. Just walking. I need at least 2 things.
you've gamified your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
It's the reward again, isn't
yeah,
it? Like,
as soon as I did that, it just became easy to walk then. And it made, like, I'll be out on a walk and I go, no, I'll go a little bit longer. Like, I'll look at my phone and it'd be like, oh shit, it needs
0.3
1
kilometers.
more kilometre.
Yeah,
and I'm just
exactly.
like, I'll keep going. Yeah. And I just don't think about it anymore. Yeah.
but you still play Pokemon Go.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have deleted it. I deleted it a week ago.
Why?
Because I realised I was taking...
Especially without trading me them good Pokemons, you little bitch.
I can reinstall it and give you the Pokemon, but here's the thing. Here's my spiral into despair. There's a person I work with, right? And he has Pokemon Go and it's on iOS, right? I won't name him, so, you know, Pokemon don't, like take him out, right?
Right.
But there's a cracked version of the app, which you can get a joystick with.
Yeah.
And you
So
just
you can
move
walk
around.
around.
Yeah. Without actually having to walk around.
Yeah.
And so you just
I
get
was
any
like,
Pokemon
That
you want.
sounds lame.
I was like, I can hatch so many eggs.
Did
And I
you download
walked
it?
Buddies. I downloaded it on my iPad, and I walked 2 separate eggs to completion. And I walked my Grimer because I had 2 candies for my Grimer. I walked it all the way up to 50. I was like, I evolved him. I'm like, I'm so ashamed, and then I deleted the app.
Tut.
I know.
No.
Talking about shame, what did you do last night? Sorry.
Yeah, how was your week?
My week's been okay. How's your week been?
Well, it was good, but
I've maintained again.
So did you... Because I saw you yesterday.
Yeah.
And I asked you, oh, you know, how's your eating going for the week? Have you been under your calories or whatever? And you
Well.
were like... So what happened before last night?
Before last night or last night?
Both.
So before last night, you know, I woke up, went to work, you know, had my usual chicken, rice and tender veg mixture, right? 600 calories. may have gone to Burger King after that.
What do you have at Burger King?
The chicken, bacon, cheese royale.
Right. And chips?
And chips, yeah.
And chicken nuggets?
No.
No,
Chicken
you don't
nuggets
like
and Burger
Burger
King,
King chicken
disgusting.
nuggets, do
Yeah,
you?
disgusting, yeah. But anyway.
Is that all you had?
Yeah.
That's like 1,300 calories, right?
Exactly. No, yeah. So I was calculating. I was still at maintenance.
Right, but you didn't stop there, did you?
I had an Easter egg.
You had an Easter egg?
Oh, I'm jealous, man.
You
Are they
had
selling them now? Are they already on sale?
They've been on sale since January, mate.
Oh, mate.
It's England.
Wait, what type of Easter egg?
It was the M&Ms, but the crunchy M&Ms.
On a side note, do you know Asda are making a cheese Easter egg?
I saw that.
They're like made out of mature cheddar cheese.
That sounds disgusting.
Is it
Do
hollow?
you not like cheese?
No. Who eats cheese raw, not on pizza melted?
Raw cheese? who even describes cheese
You have
as raw?
cooked cheese.
Raw cheese.
Yeah.
No. Yes. I would quite
Yes.
I would quite happily open up a block of cheese and eat on thing.
That is fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
And
It
you
would
should
be
thing
terrible calorie wise, but
Yeah.
it'd be tasty.
No, it wouldn't. Who just
I
eats
would
cheese?
honestly, I would do the same thing if I
Yeah.
weren't vegan.
Cheese is amazing.
It needs an accompaniment. It needs like an olive or crouton.
And
No.
no. Cheese is amazing, mate. Especially
Cheese
nice,
on its own.
mature cheddar cheese.
Cheese
Amazing.
dipped in apple juice. I'll
Cathedral
take.
mature cheddar cheese. All day, every day.
Yeah.
Even
if
the
you grate
chips,
it.
even the like what cheese strings you used to have
Yeah.
when you were a kid.
They're amazing. Cheese is amazing.
Cheese.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Well, I
Also, raw cheese.
Raw
You would,
cheese.
if you said to someone, "Oh, pass us the cheese," you're expecting like melted cheese
He
on a
can
plate
ask-
or
they
something.
pass him the packet and he goes, "You gotta give his cook it."
It's going on. Put it in the microwave.
Okay. That's cheese in its rawest form.
It's raw.
Cheese in its rawest form is milk.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's milk. Oh, you would say, oh, keep back that cheese. You mean milk? No,
Raw cheese.
it's raw cheese. Uncooked cheese. You can okay. Can
That's
you
great.
cook cheese? Can you cook cheese?
Yes,
Yes.
you usually put it on something.
Yeah,
Although
you don't cook the cheese.
Yeah,
you
but
put
you
the thing it's
motherfuckers
on.
eating it off the block.
And
I
it
did
doesn't
know-
cook the cheese; it just melts it.
yeah.
Yeah, melted is cooked.
So you're saying that this food can then go return to being raw?
No, because it's already melted.
So
Yeah, it's called melted raw
I've
cheese.
left it so long; it's uncooked.
Okay,
itself.
look, I feel like Carl Pilkington on like the, like Gavin.
I think we're teaming up against you.
Oh my God.
Raw
There's two.
cheese.
There's two of them, guys. Okay.
Raw cheese. That, you know, you were looking for a new name for your channel.
Raw cheese.
Raw cheese.
Raw cheese.
That doesn't sound like an appealing.
No, or cheese in its rawest form.
Yeah, cheese. This raw form.
Oh, bit deeper.
But anyway, so I didn't know about the Easter egg. Did you have that
Oh,
when you went to your girlfriend's house afterwards?
No, I had it beforehand, mate. I just refused to tell
So
you.
you're probably a good
Yep.
500, 600 calories over.
If you ate an
But
entire
if I'm
Easter
500, 600 calories over, that means I'm at maintenance, which is why I've been maintaining this whole time, because I'm not
But you're still over, yeah.
but then you went and you had
over deficit, yeah.
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 So it's a failure.
Maintenance. Good.
So it's a failure.
I mean, yeah.
so what? You went and had a Domino's afterwards as well.
Look, I'm not saying it was me that said it. I wanted Domino's, because it wasn't.
But you didn't say, don't get me one. You just have one. I'm fine, did you?
Look,
You can do.
there were 2 medium Domino's pizzas, and I was like, okay.
See, I look at that and I think, what is the point in that?
It's not that great.
No, but a medium.
Oh,
No, what's the
you
point in a
fucking-
medium?
If you're going to pay that money, because what's a medium? Medium, what do you get?
I don't like pepperoni passion, but I had pepperoni passion.
How much is that?
What do you mean, money?
How much is a medium pizza? It's still like 11, 12 quid, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's
You
buy
get
one
a
get one
large for
free.
15 quid.
Yeah.
Buy one
Put
get
the
one free
extra
for
pounds in.
mediums.
Just put, and if you don't finish it, just have the rest for breakfast in the morning.
No, but then that's incentivizing cheating more.
Yeah, but you're going to do it anyway, bro.
You either eat
You've
all the
already
calories
fucked
then. Yeah. You
Don't
bought the
fuck up
calories.
now.
Yeah.
You're not going to throw it away the morning after.
No.
Although, recently, right, so what I'm what I used to do when I was restricting calories
Right.
is have a cheat day, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is something similar to what you're doing now, Zoki. But that behavior is so destructive, because then you go, oh, I'll have my cheat day 2 days early, and then automatically then you push everything back, and within a week you're having 2 cheat days.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult
So
to...
wait, what the fuck do you do then?
Now,
Yeah.
I don't have cheat days because they harm me so bad, and I feel so guilty afterwards. If you remember the guilt that you
I'm
felt.
going to ask a crazy question.
Yeah.
People that are vegan will probably know the answers. How do you have a cheat day as a vegan? How?
OJ.
Well, we actually
How?
have a video on that.
We do. We filmed a cheat day.
This was
vegan cheat
this
day?
was 2 months ago?
Possibly.
We
yeah.
filmed a
But-
vegan cheat day. Well, I was being non-vegan. And
Give
she
me
was
some
being
examples.
vegan.
Well-
Pancakes.
Did we have? Oh yeah, we did massive, fucking amazing pancakes. I thought they were.
Did
Well,
eggs go in the pancakes?
Huh?
Did you put eggs in pancakes?
no, you can use it with There's a product called No Egg, and it's basically the replacement for. Jay,
That just sounds
you
terrible.
come over to mine, I'll make you some pancakes.
I could. Don't you live like 300 miles away?
Yeah.
When
I
Just a
say
casual stroll. To
I would
South
love to
stroll to
see
the north.
you go as one of our bi-weekly challenges. I would love to see you go vegan. That would be fucking
I
terrific.
couldn't because I couldn't
You could.
purchase the food for myself. I don't do the shopping. My
Get
girlfriend does the shopping.
get your girlfriend to do
You
it.
could eat out. You could eat out and be vegan. You know. Okay, so Ben and is it Ben? No, it's not Ben and
Frankie
Jerry's.
Benny's?
Frankie
Ben
Benny's.
and Jerry's, Frank and Bennett.
Ben and
So I
Jerry's got
always
his
say
bench.
They have a new vegan menu. Just
Do
go,
they?
if you ever. Yeah,
Is it good though?
I don't know. I haven't had it, but I've heard about it.
I don't think you quite know how much I like Frank and Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What
hopefully
you're
it won't
talking
ruin
about
it for
right
you.
now, what you're talking about right now is blasphemy. Go to Frank and
I
Bennett's
can
and
tell
have a
that
burger.
you're restricting your intense disgust for veganism right now as well.
It's not.
But
He's
But
being polite.
honestly-
Now that you're here, he's being
it's
polite.
not my intense hate for veganism. It's my intense
that is
just
there.
hate
for vegans.
for vegetables
Oh, I see.
as a thing.
You say that though, but you progressed.
I
And
have
when you had
progressed.
your cheat day, you're like, I won't take all the lettuce and shit.
Yeah, I don't take all the stuff out.
Yeah, of what burgers and
Yeah, I
stuff.
don't do that
Yeah.
anymore. I used to, like, if I went to McDonald's, I'd go double cheeseburger, plain extra cheese. You know what I mean?
As a nice crunch.
Plain extra cheese,
Plain extra cheese. But now anything I get, anything I buy, I eat it how it comes. Now, even Frankie and Bennett's.
Why would they have Frankie Benny's like salads and
lettuce
stuff?
Well, Frankie
stuff,
and Benny's,
yeah.
they just fucked up in the past 2 years.
No, they haven't.
They've been
I've
declining.
now tried it.
The cheese baked fries?
Yeah, lush.
No!
Lush.
We
Do
should
you
go.
pre-
We
do
should
you
go to
prefer
Ben
the
and
old
Jerry's.
version?
Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's!
Frankie Benny's.
But yeah, I like so yeah, pancakes with no egg. Literally,
No.
The
product
literally
is called
a thing
no
called no egg.
But no egg.
But
no
honestly,
egg.
it tastes exactly the same. If I gave you those pancakes, you would not know that there wasn't any egg in it, right? And I put chocolate chips in as well, a little bit of cinnamon.
They were quite tasty. Like, they could have used more cream.
and
Vegan cream.
they were massive and dense, and
Vegan cream.
You can put milk in chocolate.
there was dark chocolate.
Right. Okay,
Dark chocolate.
okay.
Dark
Doesn't have-
chocolate, no egg, pancakes with vegan
Pancakes
squirty cream.
with plant-based milk. So you just substitute, and then you don't even know that there's a.
Zack,
Uh-huh.
like 4 or 5 podcasts ago, made me a cup of tea with this so-called plant-based
Uh-huh.
milk in it.
What was it? Soya.
Soy milk.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
It was curdly.
It was curdly.
Well, that's the thing, though.
curdly.
You gotta get the
Oh.
right. If you use coconut milk, it doesn't curdle as much.
I don't like coconut.
I don't like coconut either.
You couldn't
Like,
be a vegan.
Frankie's, whoever made them is rotten in hell now.
Okay.
Don't you reckon?
No.
Wait, whoever made what?
Bounties. You know,
Bounty. Oh,
chocolate
bounties
bars.
are amazing.
Bounties?
Oh,
Bounties?
yeah. Bounty.
Probably
The
you
chocolate
do.
bar.
The chocolate bar.
Yeah, that's filled with coconut.
I don't know.
I like
Do
Bounty.
Yeah, but even if you do like bounty, you don't like eating it for 4 days straight. Cause you have
No,
a bounty,
you have
Yeah,
one
it's like-
bounty
you
and
get
then you're
coconut
done.
out of your mouth.
It's a one and done kind of
like if
situation.
it's the last chocolate in the celebrations, then
It's going in the bin. my celebration's just full of bounties. Bin.
The last chocolate in the celebrations is anything fudge related.
oh, fudge. You mean caramel? Fudge is amazing.
Caramel.
Fudge is nice.
What do you mean? Fudge is disgusting.
Fudge.
Both of you leave my house.
Your house.
Chocolate fudge?
Oh, chocolate.
Chocolate fudge cake, that's a different story. That's a Nando's story I'm willing to tell every day.
I don't know why you go to Nando's when Frankie and Bennett's is literally on the other side of the road.
You love Nando's. Fuck off.
It's too expensive, mate.
Yeah. If you had money, what would you choose?
If I had, unlimited money?
Here's a free bag.
If I had unlimited money, I'd get some 5-star chef to come and cook something in my house.
You have unlimited money for a middle class person.
Right, okay.
So you don't have access to it right now.
Frankie and Bennett's.
No, though.
I really want to go to Frankie and Betty's.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Here's
it's a
the thing.
magical place. It's like Disneyland for fat people. Like me.
Well, that is Disneyland.
Yeah.
No. But you like Nando's, don't lie.
No, I'm not saying I don't like Nando's, but value for money?
Yeah.
No.
Let's say Nando's is priced the same. Frankie and Benny's ain't cheap, I'll tell you that now.
Say Nando's price is exactly the same as Frankie and Bennett's.
I say
Still
it's
Frankie and
similar.
Bennett's because the meals are bigger.
Okay, let's say the pricing was even out to the ratio of both food and pricing, right? Where are you going?
Frankie and Bennett's. They do the best
Why let me ask the
burger.
question?
They do the best burger.
Yeah, but sometimes you just want some chicken.
If I was going to have chicken, I'd go to Nando's.
Or you go to Asda and buy some
Actually,
chicken.
no, I wouldn't. I'd go to Piri Piri Grill because it literally tastes exactly the same as Nando's.
You can fuck off
for
with
like
your Piri
quarter
Piri
of the
Grill.
price.
You've alienated every British person in this podcast.
If you live in Bristol, go to a place called Piri Piri Grill.
Piri Piri or Peri Peri?
And tell me if it tastes any different to Nando's.
We can do an on-air live Peri Peri Nando's podcast.
We should, because I could do that.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't need to be a
cameras.
podcast. You just make it a video.
Yeah, make it a video.
We have
One of
all
our
these
first
extra
joint
boys.
videos there, you see?
And
Vegan
does that
day.
count as a cheat day? Or vegan day, yeah.
No, because my cheat day is I never go over my calories. I try not to.
Yeah.
But my cheat day is when I believe that it's shit food.
I see what
You
you're
know, so
saying.
if I have a McDonald's, that automatically classes as a cheat day because
Even if you're under your calories, yeah.
the food wasn't good. But I always, it's funny I say always, but last week I went over my calories like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but not by much though,
No,
right?
like 60.
Yeah.
60 or 100.
Why do you defend him but attack me? What's going
Yours
on?
was over by like 600.
You know, fucking-
Just where it should be, I might add.
Hey, okay.
But the thing I have right, let me tell you something now.
Okay.
I'm ready
Zack.
to be told.
Let me tell you something now.
Right.
When I was losing the majority of the weight, so it happened over like 2 years, right?
I reckon
And
like
the
a year and a
most
half. Yeah.
the most weight was lost in probably the last 6 months.
Yeah. Sure.
And I was restricting my calories at one point down to 1,200.
Ooh.
Which is
Shit.
painfully low,
What's
right?
your
painfully
deficit
low.
again?
Hmm?
What's your deficit?
What? How many can I
Yeah.
eat?
And still lose weight, yeah.
2,700.
And still lose weight. You see, I don't know. I don't actually. This is another podcast you mentioned. Oh, Ruth was like envious of you because she's trying to lose, and her deficit's probably 1,800.
She actually does a 17 now. Because
Yeah.
she's now, since she started, it's gone down 100.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
She's
Yeah,
down to 17,
Yeah.
17 now, yeah.
and that is exactly how I feel because
Yeah.
Perry is he's a athletic build,
Yeah.
shall I say, and he's very active and he can do whatever he wants. He can eat whatever he wants, and he stays. And me restricting down to 1,200. That's when the binges started to happen, and that's when I was allowing myself every, once a week a binge, and then they became more regular because when I was restricting, it felt like, oh my goodness, I'm never going to eat again. My body wants the food, and it's psychological, but I also think it's physical when your body's like, no, I'm going to get this chance now, which I haven't had in 5 days to eat as much as I want.
Yeah.
And I think that's when the binges come in. So Zack, you are restricting now probably to the same crazy extent that I was when I was first starting out. And that's probably why you feel these feelings of wanting to binge more so than you did previously. And I think if you just go up by maybe 300-400 calories,
Mate,
you will still lose weight. It will be a lot slower. even though I know Jay doesn't think that you need to lose weight, you will lose it slower, and every day will be so much more satisfying, especially because you have to work, a full-time job. You have to deal with
Jay,
exactly. And
that's a full-time job in itself.
Podcasts, making your own videos, when you don't have to stress about, I've only got 200 calories left today, and I've only eaten one sandwich because that's about 1,000 calories. Like that's just the way that my brain is going now. And recently I had a binge, right, that I said like literally a week ago. And after that I threw away all of my junk food because I was like, if it's not in the house, it's not going to affect me. And now I'm thinking, well, if I just bump my calories up, because I can.
You can have those occasionally anyway.
Huh?
You can have those things occasionally anyway?
Yeah, I can. Like today at James's, our other brother, I had like half a little, what they call black and orange chocolate thing. And I was like, that's fine. I can have it in moderation as long as I, track it and I don't go crazy and you're mindful. But if like the day before I hadn't eaten anything, I'd only eat 12,000, I would have seen those chocolates.
Keep going.
I would have seen those chocolates and just shoveled every single flavour in my mouth. But yeah, it was like a selection. It was like a selection box. But what I'm trying to say is, if you restrict, you're going to binge even harder and you're going to feel even worse. So I think go up with your calories, see how that affects you in terms of your,
appetite
and your how much you sustain your diet then when you can actually eat more.
Yeah. It's interesting. Unfortunately, you don't have that much of a frame of reference.
But I think that's a good end to part 2. Is sort yourself out.
I'll sort myself out.
Yeah.
See you in part 3.
See you.
Welcome back to part 3 of the F.A.T podcast. What were we talking about?
Before the
you're lecture from your sister.
Yeah. So are you gonna take my advice and go up maybe 300 to 400 calories and see how that works?
600 to 700 calories.
600 to 700 calories.
How do you say it in your language?
You know what? I reckon if you ate at your maintenance and just did exercise, you would lose slowly.
You could reform your body competition. Yeah.
I have got a question.
Yeah.
That I've never had the opportunity to ask both of you, and it's so completely off the topic. I apologise to the viewers.
Is it off topic?
Can you also speak Spanish?
Un poquito de español, sí.
Sí, pero no. No.
That's awesome. That's cool. I've always wondered that. So can all 4 Micics?
Yeah.
Children all
Yeah,
speak
but
Spanish?
not a lot, because the only time that we actually spoke Spanish was when we were in Spain, and then we never used it afterwards. It's been 10 years since then. So
I have a 12-year-old's vocabulary of Spanish, so I can speak Spanish.
Yeah.
To the level of a.
You said it was because when you went on holiday to Spain with your girlfriend, didn't you? You said it was nice being able to use a skill that you never used.
Yeah. Was it all right though? Were you actually speaking well in Spanish?
Well, here's the thing. Well, that's what all the Spanish people say. They are like, "Oh no, your Spanish is really good."
Yeah, they're
obviously
comparing you to another English person that doesn't speak
exactly.
Spanish.
So it's like not really.
You can get, if I say, "How good is my Spanish?" If I was Spanish,
their faces just drop like,
they'll go,
"Oh,
shit." Yeah, exactly.
Well,
because Spanish tourists, English tourists to Spain can only say cerveza.
It's true.
Give me a beer.
Sorry for that interjection. It just popped into my head. I was just like, oh my god.
It's interesting.
I have this opportunity to ask.
Carry a conversation, but you forget random words here and there. Well, that's what happened when I went to Spain.
Yeah.
Like I forgot the word for tree. Anyway. What's the word for tree? Another word for butterfly.
Arbol.
Is it arbol?
Arbol. I think so.
Is it arbol?
Yeah. We've had this conversation before, saying that you're the worst Mitch, haven't we?
You're the worst. Well, I think Zoki beats himself up too much.
I beat myself up the correct amount.
Nah, because
James has a PhD, correct?
Masters.
He has a
master's in philosophy,
and you're doing your
PhD. Yeah.
After her undergrad in computational mathematics.
Well, the thing is,
I wasn't gifted
The
with
only
the
way
intelligence.
I
of my
have a way.
siblings.
I have a way of lifting Zack by putting him down. It works. It's amazing.
I've had this conversation with Tasha about our friendship. It's interesting.
That would be negative reinforcement, correct? Not positive reinforcement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Negative reinforcement is putting something negative forward. It's positive punishment, not negative reinforcement. Negative is taking away something bad,
right,
to make them feel good.
Okay, yeah.
Your positive
so
punishment.
Positive punishment. Yeah, there we go.
A-level psychology.
But we were having a little conversation in the break
Interim.
yeah.
about what we're doing, where we come from, we're talking about, and we're just talking. You should go back to uni.
Maybe.
No, not maybe. You should.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my problem.
You're good at learning.
Yeah.
And you can do it.
You're good at.
You just don't care about the topic.
Absorbing knowledge. You just need to find a subject that interests you.
A knowledge pool that you want to retain, not that you just have to.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah.
No.
Like I do something that you like doing.
Go on. Hit the audience with
Writing.
knowledge. Yeah, I suppose. But like it's not really much money in it, and it's not. And it's.
Well, the thing
I'm
is,
not saying I want to do it for
J.K.
money.
Rowling.
I'm not saying. I say that's not even the excuse that I want to levy. It's.
Lush.
great noise.
I'm not feeling too swell. Here's the thing. I could go to uni, I could study writing, I could do all these things, but could I?
Could you what?
I've already spent 2 years at uni doing biomedical science, right?
Yeah. Which
First-
you never should have done.
Yeah, you're right. But I spent 2 years doing that, right? First year, I did quite well. Second year, I was doing quite well, but I just thought I'm not really... I showed you, right? I showed you I got a first in one of my papers. I was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you didn't care at all. Yeah.
I was just like...
That reward did not work for him.
Yeah. I'm just like, this feels bad. I don't know why I'm really just fucking depressed.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because
how
I'm in
would
uni,
you
I'm doing...
feel, like, say, from my suggestion, like writing, you wrote something, and you got the first, yeah, that's fine, but then in the notes, you're like, your lecturer was like, you made me feel that.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh.
Was the reward there then? Like,
Yeah.
you go, I felt that, I felt the emotion in that.
Yeah, probably.
Kind of like if someone watches your YouTube video and they're like,
Yeah.
you helped me through.
You helped me through.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, yeah.
It's interesting, but I think...
A personal reward rather than, you know, that kind of just a grade.
Yeah, rather than a number on a page.
The one thing I've always wanted to do is help people.
Yeah.
But I have no idea how to do that.
Oh, well, actually, I was talking to Mum about this today.
Right.
You said you'd be happy in an admin job.
I'd be happier in
I'd be happier in an admin
Do you
job.
do admin right now?
Huh?
Do you do admin right now?
Yeah, but it's mostly sales at this point of the year.
You and your sales, you hate sales, don't you?
I'm third. It is
Because it's the opposite of helping people. It's taking
Yes,
away people's
take-
money, innit? What
That's-
you could
yeah.
do is work with admin in the NHS or something, or a charity, or
I mean, at the end of the day, what I
I
don't
work for a charity.
I need to.
see.
I tried to work.
I don't
for a
actually
charity.
know what you do, Jay. You don't.
I'm IT man, but that's really not what I do. What I do, there
He's
is
driving
a term
man.
for what I am, but it doesn't. That has
What's the technical term?
information systems support partner.
So people call you up and say, "How do I do this thing?" And
So
you're
you
like,
think so, right?
Yeah.
I spend I used to say 50-50, but it's probably now 60% of my time not in the office. Not in the office. I spend my time. I just go round and
Fix people's
I
computers.
talk to people and I find out their issues and I fix them.
"That's awesome."
You know, and I fix them because the thing is, a lot of people don't know that they even have problems, and it sounds stupid.
Yeah.
Like the amount of times I've my main job is to sit there and just watch someone work, and then go, "Why did you do it like that?" And then they go, "Oh, I've always had to do it like that because this thing doesn't
Yeah.
work." They never mention it to you.
Yeah.
No, but that's meant to work.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
You know
oh,
what I mean? Like, I'll fix that.
Yeah.
And then you fix that, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's made my life so much easier."
Yeah. Like
It's-
all these pop-ups come
Yeah,
up and I
yeah.
just close them all
Exactly,
and then I get
yeah.
on with my day. It's like, no, you don't
It's
need
crazy.
to do
It's
that.
like-
do that. Yeah.
There was this thing. I forget what it was, but basically, someone's parents, right? They had moved into their new house and they bought all this new shit, right? And they got TV. And it's back when the old cables used to have, instead of SCART or HDMI, you had the three
colored
cables.
Yeah.
And they put the coloured cables
Red, white,
in the wrong.
yellow.
Yeah. They put them in the wrong holes.
Yeah.
And so every time he went over, well, no, he didn't go over, but for like months, they were watching the TV, right? Black and white. And it's like, why is everything black and white? So, I thought that's how it came through. And they're just like, no! So he rearranged it. It's like, they were just like, oh, that's amazing!
Look at this colour. This is crazy.
That's interesting that's what you do. And it's a funny observation that people go through their day doing things they don't need to do.
They do.
And I think it's the same for everyone doing stuff in their day all the time. Like, you wake up and you check Facebook for half an hour. It's like, no, I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
If someone was observing you then and they went, you just wasted half an hour doing absolutely nothing, your brain's going to mush.
It's crazy. And the thing is, it's also an element of, like, not just fixing the immediate problem, coming up with ideas or systems to fix a problem they don't even know they have. You know? Like, say, they need to talk to someone down the corner. Real simple, talk to someone. And they talk to them a lot, but they're at the other end of the building, so they got to keep walking back and forth and stuff like that. And it's like, why don't you just give that person a mobile? We'll get a mobile sorted for them, and then you can ring them. Simple stuff. Real simple stuff. But they don't even know how much easier it made their lives.
Yeah.
And it's just simple things.
Do you find that fulfilling? Do you like...
Yeah.
You find fulfillment
I
in
find
your
it
job?
fulfilling. The part I find fulfilling is that I'm needed.
Yeah.
So it's they're like because before I did this job, no one did this job. So and now it's like it's brand new to me.
Yeah.
Like when I got it, my boss he was like, "Your main job is to make your job." Effectively, he's like, "Because you're the first person to do it, so you mold what it is."
Yeah.
You know. So I was like, "Oh, that's cool," and that was really cool to me. I was like, "Sweet, how am I going to do this?" And he don't micromanage me at all. He just lets me get on with it.
Wow.
And it's so I set up meetings, set up site visits, and I just do it, you know. And then I have a 1-to-1 with my boss every month.
Yeah.
And I tell him what I've done for the month, and then we discuss what we can do within the budgets we have to create all the things that I've made ideas for. So,
crazy. You also get to use some parts of your creative talent to your job as well.
Yes, yeah.
Which is quite cool.
But not part of my job role, but I do it for the company.
Yeah.
What, like you design their website animations?
I design basically all their design work now.
Made some crazy tutorial videos. Which
I made some animated tutorial videos, which just like compared to what they had before I got there, like leagues and leagues ahead of what they were. Like the tutorial videos they had before I got there, they don't even have sound.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, they're
just like text on
the. They're literally just a screen recording.
It's like on YouTube when people don't want to use their voice and they get up a notepad and type
it. Exactly. It's that bad, and it's just like no one wants to see. This. You know, like me now. I'm so like 2019. If I put on a video, I had no sound. I'd start going.
Yeah.
What's wrong? I had that at the my theory test.
Yeah.
Because there's sounding like. Yeah. Because they give you headphones. So I'm just like, what?
Why is there no ambient music at least? You know,
ambient music.
Yeah.
I wonder if that would help people pass.
Yeah.
Like if they had.
Calm them down. Put some calming ambient music on it. It would.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. But it's good that you find your job.
Yeah, but that kind of goes back to what I said. Like the reward for me in my job, like obviously the big reward in any job is getting paid for it, but the main job is feeling that you're doing a good job, and not by just your manager going good job.
Yeah,
like the people that you're actually out going, oh, thank you very much.
And that you feel like you're required.
Yeah.
Like I go to, so for my PhD we work with another company.
Yeah.
And we have to go to their headquarters, and they're quite a big company, and what they have are these meeting rooms, and they hire people. This is no joke, right? Each room has like maximum capacity. So say 5 people, there's 5 chairs in the room.
Yeah.
And they have people that go around and check to make sure that the right number of people are in the rooms. But if there's too many people, they wait in the door and they stop the meeting until the right number of people are in the room. they've actually shifted themselves and then they close the door and they go away.
What?
That's genuinely people
What
get
a
hired
job.
to do that. And I think that that's the only job that they do. Like, they're not receptionists or anything else. That's like, there's a word for that. And it's not assholes. Where it's like the company has so much money that they can afford to do like, how unnecessary of a job is that?
Well, because they don't want to. I'm guessing it's because they don't want to lose money in the next year for staffing. So they're just like, okay, well, last year we had this much staffing. We don't need that much, but we don't want to cut corners because we might want it down the line for something else.
It's just imagine doing that job.
Exactly. How so unfulfilling is it?
Yeah.
You get paid, you annoy people. That's your job, is to annoy people.
I work in sales. I know this game.
Yeah, but in sales, at least there's like, if you're a person that's highly driven by money, commission, that's the fulfilling part of it,
Yeah.
I
like
am not that person.
And you go, I did this big deal today. I'm going to get at the end of the month big loads of money. You can start thinking about, because that's how my brain would work. If I use a commission, I'd be like, I can buy this, I can buy that, I can buy that. Like, it would just be kitting out my studio with different parts of the commission,
That's in my mind.
Yeah, but that would make you sick. You're not that type of you're not that type of person. Like my girlfriend, she is a money orientated person. Yeah. So like if massive commissions come in for her, she'd be like, yeah. So,
she work on commission.
It's like she doesn't now. She did. She doesn't at the moment. But if she was in that environment, she'd be driven. All about the commissions. You know what I mean? You don't go into finance if you don't like money. So it's like, and that's what. But if you don't like it, you don't like it. But it brings me back to if you did like somewhat creative.
Yeah.
Like me, if you went to Barrow Ashton campus rather than French UWE, and you did something in the arts.
Let's say I agree with both of you. Say I agree, right? I'm not even sure if they'd take me back. I did not leave in a ceremonious way. I literally just stopped turning up.
Yeah,
I
you
turned off my
disappeared.
phone. I was like, bleh.
They would.
Bye.
They would.
What the
That's what I
explanation
started
be?
to do with my PhD.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get on to this, right? Everyone's talking about, you're not doing what you want to be doing. That's cool, right? Can we talk about what you're doing?
No.
Okay, so Tasha has let's get background. So
undergrad in computational mathematics.
Smashed those A levels, got that undergrad.
I got it. I got a first in my undergraduate degree, which is, it's okay, but it is Bradford University. So. And then, so I got offered, well, I didn't get offered, I interviewed for a PhD scholarship from a charity, right?
That works in tandem with a large company?
No, they work in tandem with the university, and every year they give, like, sums of money to, like, the best student in the year or whatever. And they also were approaching Bradford for the first time to give a student a scholarship for a PhD. Yeah. So I went for it because my supervisor said, "Oh yeah, you'd be so great." And you're the lucky
chosen.
Yes, exactly.
You are the chosen one.
So I felt good after that interview, and then I feel like I immediately regretted my decision. Maybe not so much immediately, because for the first, year and a half, I was excited about the stuff we were doing. But then people get disengaged, and you have to be the forefront and motivate your own research. But when the research topic wasn't chosen by you in the first place, you lose motivation. Yeah. And you lose the momentum of it all, right? So at this point, I'm not sure if my work of 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years, is even viable for a thesis. I'm not sure that it's going to be unique work in my field. So I always feel like I just demotivated. Just drop it completely. Yeah. And on top of that, I find so much more joy in my yoga, right? That I do daily. Like you were saying before, you go and you draw for a half an hour and you lose yourself in drawing, right? I could procrastinate by doing yoga for an hour and a half. Just like there's a position, or not position, like a move I want to do, like handstands. I will practice for an hour, like doing different things to strengthen my handstands, and it's just gone so quickly, and I enjoy it so much. And I'm like, if I could do this as my job, full time,
You'll be the highest qualified
Yeah,
yoga instructor.
But there's the other. Yeah.
Because I think Zack's told me, not on a podcast, but just in passing, you are training to be a teacher, right?
A yoga teacher. Yeah. Well, my training starts. I have it's like a class where you get interviewed afterwards.
Yeah.
In April, beginning of April, and if I pass that, I can start doing my teacher training.
Awesome.
But my yoga teacher is pretty confident that I'm gonna get through because
what I've seen.
From what I've seen as well.
Yeah, so it's
acro yoga.
Because it's actually quite interesting because I don't know if on one of the podcasts that he suggested that we do challenges, and one of the challenges you suggested was yoga.
Yeah,
didn't you?
I would be so
I
interested.
reckon that'd be very interesting
because we could get Tasha back and she could instruct us.
I honestly, I could think of that.
Oh my god!
Because then you could video the class and not just like
Yeah.
If you wanted to do that, I'd be happy to teach
One
you a class.
One of the challenges.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Speaking of, well, let's briefly touch on challenges then. I think Tasha, you should ask us because I think we are both ashamed. Ask us how our bi-weekly challenge has gone.
How
it's
has
the end today.
So
shit! It is.
So
how many times have you had it? Oh, sorry.
Let me ask, in case the viewers didn't see the last podcast or the podcast before. Their challenge was to have cold showers.
Yeah.
It was meant to be every day, but then it turned into whoever can get the most cold showers in 2 weeks.
So should we have a drum roll?
Yeah, but I don't want to hit it.
Yeah, we'll do a fake drum roll.
So
wait, show on your hands.
On the hands,
wait, can you show your hands?
So
on one.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh!
I didn't do any more.
My God, man! I remember the video. It's like I said, "Well, why are you making a video of the first one?" It's like you always got to record the first one. That's what Jay said. I was like, "Okay."
I just forgot about it.
Just
simple as.
So it wasn't at all because it's the worst fucking feeling ever.
It was but not as because you said it. You know, the bad feeling lasted longer. For me, it only lasted about 20-30 seconds. The bad feeling, and then it was gone.
Mate, it lasted probably a solid 3 minutes for me. I will upload the video.
Which makes it more impressive that you did it. Because for me, it was like, I'm okay now. That's it.
That's impressive.
That's what it was.
No, yeah, I will release the videos of me because I am a little bitch. I literally Kate was there, my girlfriend, right? She was outside the door, right? And I was like, I was like, just fucking do it.
That's great.
But yeah, I'll give you 1 point for that. It's 1-0.
Yeah.
It's 1-0. I think we both did absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we did.
It, but
Goggins would not be proud.
At least at 1-0. That's another. I'm glad you mentioned Goggins.
There we go.
I think that we should introduce in the podcast a Goggins moment of the week for each of us, and then we decide whose Goggins moment was the most pathetic.
I like this.
Yeah? So not a good Goggins moment, it was I triumphed over something that I didn't, as in, I really should have just done what I fucking said I was
Okay,
gonna
wait,
do.
so it's the opposite.
Yeah. So a moment that Goggins would go, you pathetic piece of shit.
Oh, so the anti-Goggins moment.
Yeah, the anti-Goggins.
The
you could also have a
anti-Goggins.
pro-Goggins moment as well.
Yeah.
One that you think you're really proud of.
Yeah.
But then at the end, you're like, Goggins wouldn't have even thought twice about it.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have...
Okay.
Submission.
Should we move this on to part 3? Because I'm worried about the cameras.
Well, this is part 3.
This is part 3.
4?
Yeah,
that's fine. So we'll go into pro and anti-Goggins moment next part.
And who wins?
Part 4.
Yeah? Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so see you in part 4.
Welcome back to the F.A.T podcast.
How's it feel? Good?
How's it feel?
Good.
How
It
does feel
feels
to
like
introduce?
empowering.
Yeah, it is empowering. I'll give you that.
You gotta have the emphasis. You gotta go
Synthesis. So,
pro.
for those of you who don't know who Goggins is,
Yeah, he's the greatest man that ever lived.
David
Apparently.
Goggins.
According to us.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much,
the
yeah.
greatest man that ever lived.
Even, according to me, because you haven't read the book.
No.
Is
He
literally just
basically is a gentleman that does not really believe in excuses.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's not like someone who's like, you can't just be like, you can't argue against it because of all the stuff he's done. You're like, fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to read the book because if I do, then I have no excuse, right?
It's honestly, it hurts inside.
You'd be like, David, I can't go across that desert without a drink. You go, ha! I walked across that desert without any legs. You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. He is that kind of dude.
I wouldn't put it past him for that to be true.
And in his honour, I wish to create a part of the show dedicated to this man in a pro and anti-Goggins way. Yeah? So we'll have an anti-Goggins moment of where we've not done something
that we should.
The worst possible excuse ever.
Mm-hmm.
Or done something for the worst possible
Yeah.
excuse. And then, on the flip side of it, a way in which Goggins will go, my boy.
My boy.
Respect.
Or girl.
Respect.
Yeah, he'll give you a fist bump.
Anti-Gogs, pro-Gogs.
Yeah.
Anti-Gogs, pro-Gogs.
Yeah.
So,
Go.
do you have anything in mind for you for the week?
I do.
Oh,
my anti.
your
my
anti.
one.
I got
shit.
a pro one
Yeah.
for myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had on Friday,
Yeah.
The apprentice in my work decided that she was going to arrange a McDonald's for everyone. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And usually what I do is I get a chicken legend meal and a burger because I know exactly how many calories that is.
Yeah.
That's fine because I usually pay on card.
Yeah.
But I paid cash this time, right?
Yeah.
And I was sat there and we were getting it off of Uber Eats. And we're tallying up. And I'm like, look at that. I'm like, if I get an extra chips, it's bang on £9.
You're a fucking idiot.
I'm sorry, but without
bang
hearing
on
the other
£9.
ones, I think that's going to win.
So I
No
was like-
change.
I was like, I don't want any extra. Just give me the pound back. So I was like, sweet. That was I was like, yeah, whatever. Another 400 calories. But check it out.
Oh my god. Were you over that day?
No.
No.
Because
I
came
couldn't
home,
do that.
Yeah, I came home and I had tuna sweet corn on baked potatoes.
Sounds terrible. Tasha?
My auntie.
Anti or pro? Or do you want to say your
Well,
pro?
no,
Do you
I
have a
know,
pro?
no. I'll say we'll go anti. We'll
We'll
vote.
go all anti and then all pros, yeah.
Auntie, I was meant to go into uni for a meeting. And it's not it's not a cool story, but I just thought in my brain, it's too late now. I've got to get the train in. The train takes half an hour and then I have to walk as well. I'll just stay at home and I'll just work from home instead.
Work from home.
And that happened 3 times.
Oh.
In the
You sound like me when I was at uni and I was like, oh, I could go. And I'm like, oh, but it only starts in 10 minutes. I literally live a
You live
30 second
Yeah.
walk. I was like, it's too late.
It's too late now.
I got to put my shoes on.
Yeah, that takes at least.
Yeah. And before that, I got to
second.
put socks on.
You just get dressed, maybe.
Yeah,
Just
but I'm naked, man.
I've got the blanket, it's fine.
What's your auntie?
Probably
Anti-gogs.
this entire week is my anti-goggins.
This entire week.
No, I have a pro-goggins actually, but yeah, carry on. Anti-goggins. Most things about this week, in terms of I've gone over my calories 3 times, and I just haven't tried.
Haven't tried.
I just haven't been looking at my calories. I've just been like,
Not gonna
I'll just
record,
eat whatever
not
the
gonna
fuck I want.
calculate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't. You took like ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
yeah,
I know, 'cause
it's
you're
like
going
not
like-
looking.
I can't be over my calories if I don't know how many I had that
yeah.
day.
I mean,
can I?
I've had 3
Theoretically-
meals today, so I'm probably around where I need to be.
Yeah, it's like not looking at your bank account because you don't want to see what it
Oh,
looks like. Even
my
though
God.
That
doesn't
was how
help.
I lived until I met my girlfriend. That's just how I lived. I just keep going to the shop until the person goes, "Sorry, mate, it's been declined." And I go, "Oh shit, I have to wait a go now."
worst feeling I've ever had is getting declined at McDonald's.
Ooh.
And it was a 99p burger and fries. I was like,
Didn't even look for change in your wallet.
This is a dark day.
it is a dark day. He was like, Just have it 3 minutes.
So who wins?
Did he actually?
No.
Who wins
I
the
wish.
anti-Goggins award this week?
I think in terms of, it's got to be me, right? It's just the largest volume, and it's just the worst shit. You had one slip up that is kind of funny.
Yeah, James was the funniest Goggins. Funny Gogs.
Funny Gogs of the week.
Yeah, I think Goggins would be disgusted at you this week.
Honestly, you didn't even try to get back on track, and my pro Goggins kind of saved me.
Yeah.
Pro
Right,
Gogs.
should we go the reverse way now?
Okay.
So you go. What's your first pro?
So my pro Goggins, right? I come home. The reason I think that I've been so shit this week is because I got the home gym, right? I got the bar, I got everything, right? I go in, and I'm having like stressful 10-hour days, and it takes an hour to get there, 2.5 hours to get back. I don't want to be exercising. I want to go to bed, right? But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. And then I can't because the shit I bought doesn't. The weight isn't big enough.
Together.
Yeah.
It's a 2-inch bar and 1-inch weight hole, and it just doesn't go. I'm like, I'm fucking done with today. And I binged, right? I binged and I fell asleep. And the next day I was like, okay, that's fine, you recover. I ordered a bar that same day to come the next day, right? I was like, that's fine, I'll recover. I'll do the same thing next tomorrow. Order it. I was like, it's a 5-foot bar instead of a 7-foot bar. I can't actually do this.
It didn't fit on.
It didn't fit on the rack. It didn't fit on the rack, so I can't put it on safely, right? So I'm like, I'm out. I'm done. This week is over. Fuck it. Because I'm just like, but once again, Goggins would be like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
So where does the pro Gogs come in?
The pro
I'm
Goggins
still
comes
waiting.
in.
I've got
It's
this
a
could have
very,
all been in the last one.
it's a very minute pro Gogs, right? So unsafely, right? I had a 5-foot bar. I was like, you know what? I'll try and do something with this, right?
Yeah.
Don't know how you're both familiar with weightlifting a little bit, but
Yeah.
for those who aren't, you have a bar, you have the rack, and you put the bar on the rack, and then you use it, but you have safety clips on either end where you put the weight. Now, if I were to do that, I wouldn't be able to lift the bar off the rack with the 5-foot bar because it would catch.
Yeah.
I just won't be able to go up. So what I did was space the end of the bar where you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I spaced either end of the bar. I put a safety thing which is supposed to go on the outside of the weight. I put it on either side of the bar, creating like a fake extension.
Yeah.
And I put the weight on the bar. Most dangerous thing you can do. Like a big no-no.
But you powered it.
But I did it.
Yeah.
And I did a bench workout.
Yeah. Just the one day.
Just the one day. I was like, you know what? That was really unsafe. And I tried.
You gogsed it out, didn't you?
Goggins would still be like, yeah, you could have actually done the entire workout.
You forget that he literally lives 2 roundabouts away from Argos where he could have just went and got a bar.
Can I drive? I mean, that's an excuse.
Your girlfriend has a car.
It's an excuse. It's an excuse. Fair enough.
He would have dragged it.
I'll go
on the
later.
way home.
Yeah, he would have. Not only that. They would have been closed. I would have been like, no.
So he took the more difficult route to actually doing the exercises, but he still managed to do them anyway, which is it's overcoming adversity in a really weird way where he could have made it a lot easier for himself. But
yeah,
that's all right.
How about you, Tash? What's your pro?
On yesterday, the day that I got the megabus down, so the megabus is a 6-hour journey, right, with lots and lots of waiting in between. I managed to get up with my fiance in the morning, and we did a spin class at 6:15 a.m.
Wow.
45-minute spin class. I thought I was gonna die and vomit. So we did that, and then so I just managed to get up early and do that. And I went to university that day, even though I didn't really need to, and I did 2 hours of work before I got the bus into.
That's not bad.
Into
Pretty
Bristol.
much smashes yours, mate.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
but I smashed all the anti-goggles, so who's going to
He did smash the
Mine's really simple, because I've started doing my home workouts now.
Yeah,
and
which we haven't seen a video for.
Yeah, I do them every day.
Yep.
A version of it every day anyway. And I, instead of stopping on my first muscle failure, I rest again and then just do as many as I could before muscle, even if that was like 2 more. Yeah. But I did them on every single thing, which I don't usually do.
Nice.
But
you pushed it.
Yeah, so I pushed pushing past barriers.
But are you dead now, though?
It did.
Did it kill you? Where are you at in terms of your angle for push-ups?
No, I've not changed that yet. Yeah. Because that's
Did you
going to be
actually
my
set?
hardest thing because I'm so heavy.
Mm.
And it's going to be weird because I'll be confused in my head and I'll go, am I getting stronger or am I getting lighter?
That is
Yeah, that's like
confusing.
exactly like I can do pull-ups from like if I start 90 degree.
I'm jealous.
But I can't do it straight though, and that's the ultimate goal. That is like a proper pull-up, right? And I'm like, well, I've just lost like 5 kilograms in the past 6 months, so that's probably why I can actually pull up now where I couldn't before.
But it's like really confusing, like for me, because I'll be like, yeah, I can do like 10 more now. But like, but by that point, I might weigh like 8 pounds less.
Yeah.
And then actually,
like 4 kilograms.
Your workout isn't as hard then because you've got less weight.
Exactly. So like, am I stronger or am I just lighter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy.
It'd be weird. But yeah, I haven't changed the incline at all yet.
Yeah.
Just trying to get to that solid 50 without dying.
That's good. That's very good.
That is good. And I have issues with like, I do this yoga thing and it's the same sequence of moves over and over again and it lasts like an hour and a half. And there's so many like reverse push-ups, you know, where you go down, but you don't do the push back up.
Yeah.
That even just doing that as many times as I need to, my wrists start hurting.
Yeah.
So that's another thing you need to like watch out
on,
for as well.
Yeah, very much so.
It's crazy.
Who wins?
I reckon. Well, how are we deeming winning here?
I think Jay wins. Because mine was just something I would do anyway, right? And I could have.
Oh yeah, I suppose yeah.
And with those two rewards, we kind of can then easily decide that Zack had the worst week.
Sorry about that.
You wait till next week, guys. You wait till next week. I'll smash it out. What?
Well,
wait till next week.
Yeah.
Well, League is reported on next week for the first time. Is that right?
Or is it okay? Maybe 2 weeks from now.
Maybe 2 weeks from now.
Oh, okay.
It will depend when I get my gear, because that's when I can make all the assets for it. Vastly more prepared man may have made them all.
Months.
Yeah.
But I'm not a prepared man.
So the league starts so it's basically from the Friday to the Friday, right? So if I said I need to do 10 hours of work, say, in a week, then I'd need to have done those hours by Friday.
Yeah, because basically what I'm going to do,
no, because the pod's released on Sunday.
Yeah, but we report.
I report it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the invite to give in your results on the Wednesday. Yeah. That when the email goes out.
Yeah.
But then the cut-off point for when you can give your results in
is Friday.
Will be the Friday night. And then, because then we do it on a Saturday. Yeah. And that gives me enough time to put it into the league and all that kind of stuff. So if you wanted to, you could make sure every Friday at 6 o'clock you report your stuff. So for you, it'd be Friday to Friday. Yeah. But for me, I start on Wednesday, so I'll just report it. Yeah. It'd just be Wednesday to Wednesday.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I see.
So, yeah, because my weigh days on Wednesday, it all just works out better for me. On Wednesday. Yeah. But you can do it all the way up until Friday night. So
that's cool. Yeah. That's good.
But it would have started today. But I'm a silly sausage.
But life got in the way.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Goggins would be like, still good size,
yeah. Have you ever tried drawing or creating anything with a mouse?
No.
It's no bueno.
You did try, I imagine, and then you were like, this is not happening.
And guess what?
This is not working.
Goggins would have been like, you still could have done it better.
Well, I wish the problem was I could have done it, but I can't find because I have a traditional graphics tablet as well, which I always hated. The drawing on something that you're not looking at, weird. Just weird. Just drawing it and then look at it. Move the mouse. Just weird. Some people love that. Some people, I just never really got used to it.
I guess.
Huh?
It's probably how you learn, I guess.
Yeah, I just never got used to it.
It's not natural.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not natural. But I can't find it anywhere.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's making me think it's probably my dad's somewhere under the bed or in a cupboard somewhere. Yeah.
Speaking of drawing on things and making words. Tasha has something to talk about with her notebook.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the questions you were saying that you had for me yesterday was, how do you, like, because I have certain goals.
Yeah.
And I put them in the league as well.
Yeah.
And you were like, how do you maintain your goals? Whatever. Well, before the league, my goal was to, because I was getting into this unhealthy cycle of binging, every week, I was like, okay, I don't want to binge.
Yeah.
And then I started writing in this, like, journal. Basically every day, just, like, is what, A3 page?
I think that's A5.
A5 page.
Larger.
Yeah. Bigger
just,
number, smaller the paper.
Yeah. Just just thoughts on one. So literally, just what am I stressing about today? Right in the morning. Right. What do I need to do? What do I not really want to do, but I know that I should do? And then I have a to-do list right next to it. And actually, since I started the league as well, I've put, like, because in my league thing, it's to do Ashtanga 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So I have, like, a tick at the side. So,
oh, cool.
So I do, okay, yeah, I've done Ashtanga today.
Yeah.
Then I can look back through the days and see how many times I've actually done it. And then I also have the to-do list, and then I tick off when I've done it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's kind of helpful. And I literally put on here as a to-do list item, don't binge today. Be under your calories that you've allowed yourself, kind of thing. And it's just kind of that writing it down and being like, okay, I'm aware that this is a fact that I want to get to today. Like, something I don't want to fail at.
Huh?
Did that help you?
Yeah, definitely. Here's the thing. That could be your Goggins moment of the week. Because in his book, he does the exact same thing.
Really?
He says that at his default, if he doesn't write down all the things he needs to do and, like, keep track of all the things he's doing, he will just be bad.
Go
he
crazy.
Just won't do things that he needs to do. And he's like, he literally writes down everything that he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Even
some days, like, I'll write in here, have a tasty lunch, because
we lost one.
Oh. Damn shame.
It's a damn shame, but we'll carry on.
Yeah.
This podcast gonna have 5 parts.
I know.
It's special guest.
It's amazing. Anyway, see you in part 5.
Welcome back to part 5 of the F.A.T podcast.
And due to camera restrictions, it's going to actually have to be the final part.
Oh no, I hear everyone screaming.
Oh no, please more.
I'm screaming. On the inside.
On the inside.
Let me
go home.
Yeah.
But you were talking about the notebook.
Yeah. And I also think that maybe this is why Jay's had such success, is because every week, effectively, he has a video diary, right? Where he's saying, this is what I did in the week. And it's kind of therapeutic.
Yeah? Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like writing it, saying it. Like, I tell Perry all these things that I'm writing down anyway. And probably you tell Ruth the same stuff that you...
I would, but she just wouldn't care.
Yeah, exactly. It's different. It's weird because you can write down what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's there. And then you've thought about it enough to form words to write down, just as you've thought about it enough to form words to say out loud. So it's the act of making it more of making your existence more mindful.
Yeah.
That you're not harming yourself, I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something.
Yeah.
But still, though, I've only binged once since I've started writing in this.
How long have you been writing it?
About... Well, actually, first date in here is February 16th. So since February 16th.
I've only binged.
Well over a month.
But it was once since I started the diet, but that was planned. Cause that was
and I think that's different.
Yeah.
Because when I was
doing... I knew it was going to be horrific.
Because you control as a control thing, but you weren't in control when you...
No, I wasn't. It just happened. I was in the kitchen and I was like, I'm stressed. I want to put things in my mouth.
Yeah.
And Perry was in the room with me, and I was like, why do you stop me? He was like, he said,
Go with
no,
gotcha.
I was going to, but then I thought, I don't know if I should. Because you know when a girl is hungry,
yeah.
a girl's hungry, you're not going to go, you
yeah.
can't eat that, because that's probably
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Women like their food.
Yeah. Well, my girlfriend, Jesus, when she gets home and she's hungry and the food's going to not be ready for 30 minutes, it's just like, I don't. Anything I say is not going to go down well.
Why is food such a struggle for so many people?
I don't know, but it is
glorious.
And that's what I've been thinking watching this podcast, is like, you guys are struggling with the same stuff that I am, but you're also both getting results like I am as well, but it's still like, it's at the full focus of my mind maybe 50% of the time. Yeah. And it's crazy.
Yeah. It's nuts. But the thing is, it's obviously our goals are all slightly different.
Yeah.
Right? So what is your main goal? Because we know mine and Jay's different. We're doing this for completely different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, I want to get to 60 kg and stay there.
Which is acceptable.
And maintain. And I want to get there slowly.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to up my calories then to maintenance and just see what my maintenance is, play with that until I know, and then I can stop calorie counting. Yeah. And I don't have to be stressed out, because I'll know basically how many calories are in things, so I can be more intuitive with my eating instead of being really stressed out on like, I need to record.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because you want to be 60, and you're not far from that now. Can we show the video?
Oh,
yeah, you can show the video.
With the cameras, you can see
a lot better. Like my entire body. 3 years ago. No, yeah, almost 3 years ago.
Almost 3 years. And this is you doing. Is it swing?
Swing dance, yeah.
Yeah, swing dance.
With first time, right?
This was the first proper session I'd actually had. Yeah, it was this.
Hit play. Yes. See, when we first watched this, I didn't even know that was you. I thought I was just watching. I was wondering, what the bloody hell's this video? Like, who are these people? But that is mental.
And you can see as well, like, I had terrible posture as well.
Yeah.
And when you start losing the weight, you go up and up and up. And you can see, like, this back fat at the top.
Like, that's crazy, isn't it?
It is somewhat insane.
So that's where I was probably 80 kg.
80.
Yeah.
So at what point? So you did the swing, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And at what point were you like, I want to get my weight in order?
When I remember when I got back from the summer holiday after this, me and Perry had been together 3 months or something, and he was this really active guy. Yeah. He's like. He's got a 6-pack, right? And I'm like,
okay.
He'll probably hate that I just mentioned that, but so he's incredibly fit and active, and I was like, if I'm gonna keep up with this guy and he's gonna stay with me, I need to get my shit together.
That's a really sad thought.
It's sad, but
no, I think that's
hashtag deep.
Like, I wanted to. Cool though, because it's a relationship where. It's not like he thought he was like, you need to start
not at all.
Yeah.
It's a realization.
He wants to make you be better, and then you become better. That's an amazing...
in fact, I wanted to be better because I saw how good he was being, and then I was like...
That's how you lead. That's how you do things. You never just... Anyway,
and then there's in swing, there's some choreographed dances that people just know, right? So a song like the Macarena, a song comes on and you know how to dance to it.
I don't.
There's like... Did you have a childhood?
Yeah,
I did.
Oh, you? I asked him that question.
But so there's this one called the Tranky Do, and I was doing it in the summer holiday every day, maybe 5 times in a row. So it's cardio, you're dancing, and I do it for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, for just practicing this rehearsed dance that everyone's supposed to know. And that summer, I think I lost about maybe 5 or 6 kilograms, and I came back and Perry was like, wow, what did you do? And I was like, okay. This
right.
worked.
This is good.
worked.
Yeah.
He has noticed that I can dance on the original slides. And then after that, I don't know, I was just eating whatever I wanted, and I was kind of in my final year, going into my final year of university, so I didn't do much more than that.
Yeah.
And then after, actually, 6 to 8 months ago, when we moved into our new house, Perry went to a summer school where he was doing dancing. It's like a contemporary dance summer school, and he was dancing with these really fit women, and I was like, oh god. It's really bad that my brain thinks that way, but it's like, oh shit, that's what I'm competing with.
It's completely involuntary though, isn't it?
You can't help it at all. It's really unhealthy. But so eventually I just started counting calories, and that's immediately when I started counting, I was like, holy shit, that's actually how much I'm allowed to be eating compared to how much, I should.
Actually eating.
Yeah, it reminds me of the first time I googled actually how much pasta you should have. Oh my god!
How much pasta?
What in your life?
Yeah.
Google. How much pasta should I have?
I was like, how much pasta should the average man have per meal?
Right.
And it was like 60 grams. And I put 60 grams in a bowl.
And then you
and
cried.
I stared at it for like half hour. I was just like, average man? What is this? I couldn't believe it. I have just over that now.
Yeah.
But I used to have just like pasta was just falling off.
Melted.
Falling off the plate. I just couldn't believe how much pasta is a normal amount.
It's sad because pasta is so good.
I know.
I don't even eat
so many
it.
different ways.
Those high carb boys.
I don't even eat it anymore because I'm like, I'd rather have porridge which expands and it looks like I've got like a massive
pasta
thing.
expands?
Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, mate.
Not quite as much.
Yeah. Tasha came home, visited back here yesterday night. Yeah. First thing she had, what did you have?
I had a bowl of porridge.
It did not look like a bowl of
protein porridge.
Oh,
it looked like
no, it's the best thing ever. Actually, with the chocolate flavoured protein, it's not as good as with the strawberry.
You say it's the best thing ever. I came in, I saw it, and I was like, it's a big old bowl.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, literally just a bowl of sludgy porridge, right? Yeah. I was like, that looks fucking grim. He's like, it's the best.
Did you sweeten it up with anything?
I put a little bit. Well, the protein powder is sweet anyway, and I put a little bit of stevia in. So that's artificial sweetener.
This is terrible. Oh.
But anyway.
Jay, if you saw my fitness pal, you'd be like, how is she alive right now?
But the first thing you said, you was like, nah, it's delicious, right? And you started eating it, right? And I came back, I think, 50... It took you ages. I came like 15, 20 minutes later, you would like still like this much stuff in the bowl. I was like, how's it going? It's like, yeah, it's a bit samey at this point.
Well, my cousin, he is 8 rice mixed with fish for like a whole year every day.
Really?
Every day. Yeah.
That's not for each meal though.
He has it for the evening meal.
Oh,
but
I see.
But he's trying to build muscle, so so he eats like, I don't know, probably like 5 or 6 different times in the day.
Is that your cousin?
Yeah.
Is he friends with Alfredo?
I don't know.
Oh.
Wait, I'm connected.
Okay, well.
Yeah, but but he sends me like these videos of what he eats, and it looks like dog sick.
Oh yeah, that's what.
Like.
But that's what my
didn't.
But imagine eating exactly the same meal, exactly the same size,
every day
like that, because he said because he set on like a psychological battle with it. Because he no longer sees food as food, he just sees it as fuel. So it doesn't matter what it actually is. Like, you don't even eat it off a plate. He puts it in a Tupperware box. So it's literally just goes straight down. That's it.
It's just another thing in his...
Yeah.
Last year, when I was doing my original version of this whole thing, right? Yeah. Or I guess your whole thing is your channel, whatever. My original Zack, Micic, whatever, right? And that's how I began to view food.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm going insane. So I started making the videos because I'd be like, okay, I'll mix it up. I'll have croissant and eggs and put some hot sauce on it. And the breakfast was the only saving grace. Because at lunch, I'd have a massive bowl of chicken and I'd have a massive bowl of rice and mix it together. Mm-hmm. And that was every single day. I was like, my breakfast's gonna be sick as
Yeah.
shit.
As well, you start enjoying it and then viewing the food differently. Yeah, maybe your cousin doesn't enjoy it at all.
I don't think enjoyment is even a part of it. I think he is psychologically made it a part of just this is fuel. I need this.
But that's the Goggins way. I mean,
It's
the thing is, you
which
say
is
that
incredible.
you can think, that's not a healthy relationship with food or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But is the quotient in which he's unhappier in what he's eating, right? Is that higher than the quotient in which he's happier with the way he's progressing? Because that's an offset that you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not small. Yeah.
It's a sacrifice of pleasure in food for, the gains of whatever.
If I was jacked, huge, fucking ripped, right?
Yeah.
And I had to eat a massive bowl of chicken and rice.
Which not going to be on your calorie.
Let's get back to that later. If I had all that, right, and I had to have 3 bowls of mediocre food a day, right, and occasionally I could have something else.
Yeah.
Fucking cheers then.
But you could do that.
I mean, I could.
What are we doing? Are you just...
I don't know how many times.
Right now?
Yeah.
Do we still with the fucking scale?
What's that gonna do?
Well, you probably like...
Actually, the body fat percentage. It says body fat percentage.
Does it? I
Yeah.
used that scale this morning and I
You
couldn't...
have to use the
It's
second.
a guess.
You're a guess.
It is a guess.
It's a
She's a
complete
guest.
Guess. It's a complete guess. Doesn't matter what your body fat percentage is, because logically, if you build mass of muscle, the percentage of your body which is fat will get lower.
No.
Yes.
Logically, if you only build muscle,
Yes.
that's not how muscle building works.
It does if you just ate to your maintenance, because
If
you
I
wouldn't
eat at
put
my
on fat.
right? Good point.
There you go. There you go, my friend.
I reckon, eat at
I wouldn't build
Wait. So do you think that your eating habits are detrimental at the moment to your gains?
What, do you mean my ideal eating habits or my eating habits at this point in time? Yes.
Yes. So why don't you eat at maintenance for a week or 2 weeks and see how you feel? See if you gain or lose any weight, right? And then take it down slowly, calories.
And hit the gym. You know that gym that you've spent money
built
on in your garage that you don't use.
And then your goals... Then your goals can change in the Fat League and it could be like, don't binge.
Yeah.
Unless you want to unless you want to have like a cheat day.
Unless you want to be a little bitch.
Yeah, only have one cheat day.
Yeah, but then also if you have one cheat day, you have to eat less on the other days, and that's when it becomes really difficult.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But
that's just my opinion.
it's just like your
I
opinion.
will think about it. I'll take all the advice given into consideration.
We'll talk about the effect that having your sister on as a guest has had on you.
You gonna drive me to get a 7-foot bar?
What?
You gonna drive me to get a 7-foot bar?
Your girlfriend has a car.
Just ask her after the podcast.
Yeah, she would happily take you to Argos. You just didn't want to work out that day.
That's not true.
Well, how about you? I was going to do some yoga tonight, so let's do it together.
Yeah, we can do it together now.
Fucking yoga. I mean,
but that's good. I'm glad that, because the next time Tasha's down, that's when we'll set to do the challenge of doing yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We'll film it then. And we'll make sure, because you can tell me when Tasha's next coming down. And I have to try this. What's this chat thing you use?
Telegram.
Fantastic.
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
For file transfers as well. I could upload all my files like really fast.
We'll have to. Well, I'll download it tonight.
Oh, he's fucking lying.
I will.
I
might not be tonight. It'll be tomorrow when I'm editing it and it gets to this part and I go, oh yeah. Yeah.
I said I would do that.
Yeah, I said I would do that, and then I'll download it.
Why can't someone record all my conversations?
Yeah.
NSA.
Yeah. Trust me, Zack would like all his conversations recorded. He'd realise how often he goes back on what he says.
Oh, I knew it was going to turn into a bird.
Join us next week for Zack's roast.
Yeah.
Again.
I do enjoy Zack's roast. But anyway, it's a good place to stop.
It's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tasha, for coming on.
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you for having me.
You'll now go down in history as the very first Fat podcast guest.
Power.
I really haven't struggled saying the word guest. Horrific. Anyway.
Fat podcast.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I've been Jay.
I've been Zack.
I've been Tasha.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.